Finally, something to talk about. It's been another hot minute since anything has happened. But, you know, it's about time we got in on the fun. Whether it was, if we take a look around the league, whether it was Huberdeau signing a massive deal in Calgary after getting traded there for Matthew Tkachuk from Florida, or Gaudreau signing in Columbus, or all the things that have happened since we last talked. Golden Knights have been incredibly quiet. And I guess with this deal, we haven't really done much to add to the conversation. But it's a something, and it helps us get closer to our opening night roster. So the obvious headline being Keegan Kolesar signing his next contract with the Golden Knights, 3 years, $1.4 million per year, for a total cost to Mr. Cha-Ching Man Bill Foley of $4.2 million. It's a pretty good deal for a player of his caliber. Last season, playing 77 games, 7 goals, 17 assists, 24 points. That's not bad, given it was only his second full season in the NHL. And he kind of adopted more of a gritty role, but he's still got a lot of finesse. He's put up pretty good numbers in junior hockey, and he was one of my favorite players to watch because he brought an element of sandpaper to the team that we lost when we got rid of Ryan Reeves a couple years ago. He's a fun guy to watch, and I really hope he's able to find his scoring touch again. What makes this deal so interesting is that Kolesar and the Golden Knights were able to avoid arbitration with this deal, because if they had gone to arbitration, the longest deal Kolesar could have signed is a 2-year deal. And given that this one is 3, it's very clear that the team and the player were able to set aside their differences and agree to a term and a figure before his arbitration hearing, which was slated to be like next week. So while there was still a little bit of time to get it done, obviously we're all very glad it got done. He's good fourth line depth, and if he can put up even 10 goals next season, at that figure, that's going to be a pretty decent exchange for a fourth line player who you don't expect a lot out of, other than to move the needle a little bit with physicality or get into a fight if it's needed. And if he can pot 10 goals and maybe 30 points next year, I'd consider that an absolutely great season for the young forward. The other thing that this does is it allows us to kind of get an insight into how much cap space we're going to have to work with when it comes to signing Nick Waugh and Nick Hague, because they're both got a little bit they still got a little bit of a ways to go in terms of signing their deal. But there's still tons of time, and obviously there might be cap restraints preventing them from signing, whether it be Shea Weber's contract not being counting on LTIR yet, or whether their deals are really big or kind of big. It's still the time, but given that we are about a month away from training camp, I doubt it'll be much longer until those contracts are made public. So yeah, just quick recap. Kolesar, 3 years, $1.4 million a year. Great deal for the team, great deal for the player. Really happy to have him back. Fourth line stability, yada, yada, yada. Sets the tone for what we've got coming with the other contracts, other free agents, and who knows, maybe there's another move out on the horizon. But until anything else happens, I think we're about to start ramping up again. So I'm excited to start making more videos and get the ball rolling into next season, opening night, and preseason, all the joyous times that all entails. So just a quick check-in, talking about a very simple contract we all saw coming. So until next time, thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.